In this episode, we are going to get information about the technique and how to play any raga on sitar. We are invited Pandit Nayan Ghoshji, a very well-known sitar player. Namaskar Nayanji.
Namaskar.
In this episode, we would like to learn few things from you. First is the technique of playing sitar, and that will be followed by how to do practice on this sitar for students. Anybody who would like to learn sitar, what basic practice he or she has to do from you.
Very nice. First of all, I will show for a very beginner how one begins to learn the sitar and then practice those initial lessons. And as we proceed, I will show different exercises that students can do at different levels. And most of these exercises should not be mistaken to be only for a beginner. These are exercises which are done even by advanced sitar players themselves. The first thing is the sitting, where the right leg comes on top of the left knee after the cross-legged position. The sitar is held with the forearm against the foot down and with the thumb against the knee. So this way the sitar is secure, so the left hand does not have to hold the sitar. You can still balance it as long as it is very firmly held by the forearm and the thumb. Now the placing of the thumb is somewhere here at the joint of the neck of sitar, and a mizrab is worn on the index finger. Mizrab, it's a plectrum, also known as a pick. Now the student first learns to play the inner stroke, which is called da, and the outer stroke later is called ra. So da and ra. So first the da comes in on the open string, da, and the index finger is doing the striking job, but the other fingers join the index finger in bending all the way to the base of those fingers. And during ra, all the fingers strike, the main finger strikes, and all the fingers also stretch out completely. So there is da and ra, da, ra. This is the very first lesson a sitar student learns: to hold the sitar, to sit properly, and to position the right hand. So da, ra, da, ra. Once a good smoothness is achieved, and there is a smoothness of flow in the strokes. Initially, strokes can be jarring, or the finger can get stuck, the plectrum can get stuck in between the strings, but the smoothness comes eventually. Then comes the left hand placing. This parda or fret is sa, just before the broad one. So the index finger has to be placed not on the parda, but just before the parda, and the thumb is behind corresponding. There is a thread that is tying the parda, and so the thumb stays on the thread also. There has to be a little gap. So the contact with the sitar is only the thumb behind and the tip of the finger. The rest of the hand, left hand, palm, is not touching the sitar, so that easy movement is possible up and down. So now placing on sa, the same dara dara continues. Once the student gets a grip on this, the identification of all the notes and practicing dara dara on each note quite a few times, let's say anywhere from 4 to 8 times. And so on. Now, this is very important for the student to keep in mind. The last stroke should be heard clearly and should have the same duration as all the other earlier strokes. Often it happens that last sound remains halfway, and then the student is worried about going to the next note. So this has to be taken care of. Then minimize the duration from 8 strokes to 4 strokes to 2 strokes to finally 1 stroke. And that is Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa. During the Da and Ra strokes, the Da stroke, the Mizrab, it is all right if it brushes over the second string, which is already in Sa. So it gives a Sa backdrop throughout continuously. So a student should not restrict his striking to one string only. The sound of the second string continuously coming is very essential.